Okay, so we're gonna do just a quick one today, maybe. Well, we'll see how long it ends up being, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, with less direction than in a normal class. So modify as you'd like. I hope it feels good. All right, we'll start at the top of the mat. We're going to move through some sun salutations. Just a few. On inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Get really tall. Try to reach the tailbone to the ground, crown of the head up towards the sky. And then exhale, sit back, back, back. Find your chair pose. Nice slow breath. So pull forward. Take a few breaths here, get longer through the crown. Lift the tailbone. And then drop the head. On your next inhale, step back to plank. Let's spread the fingers wide, press into the fingertips, strong through the core. Let's take a few push-ups here, 1 to 5. And then all the way down. Inhale, head and chest lift. If this feels a little tight in the low back, bring the forearms down, drag the chest forward, lift through the crown of the head. Let's release down. Press back up to plank and back to down dog. On your next exhale, forearms down, coming into dolphin pose. Really pressing forearms down, chest towards the thighs. On your next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. On your next inhale, right leg out to the right side. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Let's do left elbow action. And then straighten your right leg out to the left side. Lift the left arm, fall in triangle. Exhale, left hand down, step back to plank. Let's lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra or baby cobra or sphinx. Exhale, release, press back to child's pose. Inhale, forward to plank. On exhale, we'll bring left knee to left elbow. Extend the left leg straight out to the left side. And then left knee to right elbow. Extend the left leg out to the right side. Right arm lifts. Fall in triangle. Lower the hips. And we'll fold forward in between the legs. Really sending the tailbone lifting up behind you instead of tucking under. Inhale, lift up. Bring the legs together. We'll find boat pose. And stay here or start to lower on inhale. Exhale to lift up. Last one, if you're moving. Lower all the way down. Stretch the arms alongside the ears. Clasp the hands behind the head. Lift the chin to the chest, stretch the back of the neck. And then releasing down, elbows open wide, knees into the chest. Inhale, extend the legs up. So let's try to keep the legs right over the hips. And then we'll flex the feet and point the toes. That a few times. Let's bend the knees, shins parallel to the ground. And we'll take some crunches here. Exhaling up to center. Inhale, lower down almost all the way. And then exhale, right elbow towards the left knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left elbow towards right knee. And then back to center. So moving slowly here. Maybe finding just a moment of hold at the top. Keep pressing the low back down if that's getting too hard. Maybe lower the feet to the ground. This is just the last round. And then head and shoulders down. Legs are gonna lift. We'll come into some leg lifts. So if you want hands under the hips, you can take them there. Or maybe hands behind the head. Inhale to lower. Exhale, slow lift. Still moving slowly. Only lower down until that point right before your low back starts to lift. All right, let's try for just 10 more. Keep them slow. 3 more. Let's lower the legs down. We're gonna bring the arms alongside the ears. Legs can straighten out. We'll roll up to a seat. And then we're gonna come over onto hands and knees. We'll come into headstand or dolphin or forearm stand if you'd like. Just make sure you're measuring out your elbows. Hands can be clasped or palms flat. Make sure there's no weight on the head or on the neck. Should be a gap between the head and the ground. When you lower down and come to child's pose. Let's press back to down dog. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up. All right. Relax the shoulders and the head to one side and then the other. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back to chair. So sitting way back. Keep the low back long. And then you can lift the chest. Maybe I have a little bruise on my heel today. Harder than normal. Bring hands to heart. Bring the weight into the left leg. Lift the right foot. Bringing the right foot down. Weight comes back through center and over to the right leg. Lift the left foot. From here, we'll step the left foot back. Find a twist to the right. Now see if you can bring all of your weight off of the right leg. No touching. I'll bring the left hand down. Step back to side plank, any variation. Try to get the right hip right over the left hip. And then down to plank. Option to take some push-ups here. And then we'll find cobra, baby cobra, or sphinx. Let's release down, press back up to plank, back to down dog. On exhale, let's step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in. Full exhale out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back to chair. Try to bring as much weight into the heels as you can. Keep the chest lifted, low back long. Bring hands to heart. This time, weight to the right leg first, lift the left leg. We'll bring left foot down, shift the weight back through center and over to the left leg, and then lift the right. And then we'll step right leg back and find your twist to the left. Now see if you can bring all your weight out of your left leg, out of the weight that your torso might be bringing into your left leg. Now right hand down, come to side plank, any variation, but really stacking the hips. Come to plank. Taking some push-ups here if you want them. And then cobra or baby cobra. Release down. Cactus the right arm, turn the head to the left. Roll over the right arm and shoulder, stretching the chest. Back through center, we'll go to the other side. Turning the head to the right as you roll over the left arm. Come back to center. Press back up to plank. And back to down dog. Bring the knees down. Coming to all fours. We'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow, 2 or 3. And then when you're ready, we'll come to a squat pose. So feet can be pointing forward or slightly outward. You can roll up your mat under your heels. We're going to take some time here. So try to find something where your body can relax. If you can't relax into it, you can try bringing weight forward, hands down. You can hold on to a piece of furniture. If it feels good, you can take some upper body stretching here. And also try bringing a little bit more challenge into this by lifting the arms up. I'm going to take less than another minute here. About another 15 seconds. You can lower down onto your back. Feet come to hip width distance. And we're going to lift up to bridge pose. Spread the toes wide. Press into the whole foot, but especially into the heels. And we're going to press the heels down and squeeze the heels back. So hamstrings and glutes are engaging here. Then gently squeezing the knees in towards each other. We're going to hold this one for a bit too. About another 2 minutes. Take your focus back to your breath. Finding that glute and hamstring engagement. Keep the low back long by stretching the tailbone to the space in between your knees. Now, if you want to, for the last minute, you can take some pulses here, lifting and lowering slowly, really focusing on your engagement in the length in the low back. About another 30 seconds. Take one more breath. And then lowering down. We're going to come into plow pose now. So back body should be pretty warmed up. We'll start with shoulder stand. Remember that you want the weight on the upper back and arms, not on the neck. And then when you're ready, legs can lower down. Find a nice stretch here. Even in plow, there's not weight in the neck. Lowering down whenever you're ready. We'll take a breath. And then we're going to come either back into bridge, or you can come into full wheel with hands under the shoulders. This is just going to be a short one, maybe 10 or 15 breaths on your own count. So whenever you're ready, you can lift up to whichever one you want to try today. And wheel, your feet might be a little wider than hip width distance, but remember to keep the belly really engaged as you lift into your wheel. You're all done, you might find happy baby. And here we'll release the legs all the way down and then roll up. Well, bring soles of the feet together, knees wide, heels away from the groin. Fold forward, lifting the tailbone behind you. Lift up. Option here to come into either crow or handstand with or without the wall. I'm gonna come into handstand at the wall. So finding your spot, we're gonna hold, L stand is fine here too. We're gonna hold for about 15 seconds or take a total of 15 seconds or so. And with some standing balance poses, this will be the last of it. Let's bring weight into the left leg, lift the right knee. And you can hold onto the knee, calf, foot or ankle or big toe, or use a strap here. And then try to even out the shoulders. Lift the head up tall. On the next breath, we're going to open the right leg out to the right side. Now the leg comes straight out in front again. Bent knee or straight leg. No support for the leg. On exhale, slowly release the leg down. Let's take a little forward fold. I feel really nice here to shift the hips to one side. So shift the hips to the left as you reach the torso to the right, and then shift the hips to the right as you reach the torso to the left. And then back to center this time, right into the right leg with the left knee. Take whichever grab you'd like, or use a strap, and then pull that left shoulder back. Get tall. On the next breath, we'll open out to the left. We're going to bring that leg forward and release. And release the leg down. Come to hands and knees. Take a cat-cow. And then step back to plank. We'll do one more round of push-ups if you want them, or just holding in plank. All right. From here, we're going to come to pigeon pose. Let's bring right leg forward. And stay in the lifted position or fold forward. One more big breath. Then we'll release back. We'll bring the left leg forward. One more breath here. Come to a seat. Start to bring the focus back to the breath. Notice if you can find just a little bit more of a neutral position. So if you're leaning forward or to one side, bring everything back to center. Align the head over the shoulders, over the hips. This is hard to do if it feels like the low back needs to round in order for this to happen. Just sit on a block, or a stack of books, or a chair. And also always lay down. Let's start to really expand the belly. Every time a new thought comes into your head, just notice it, let it go, and come back to it in a few minutes. Focusing on empathy and for this time for something else. Breathe in. One more exhale. Om Shanti. Good. I think that was a little longer than I promised. Have a good day.